Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. I have Eric with me again.
Take this part. Okay, Justice League the Nail Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Or just another nail. But yes, we are going over the follow-up to JLA the nail. Now, Eric, give people a brief summary of what happened in the nail.
The kids never found Superman. The Justice League tried to deal without him, but then there was a conspiracy to turn everybody against him.
Yep, yep, and it worked pretty well.
Unfortunately.
Basically, yeah, it was a world of without Superman, even though Superman was there. He was raised by Amish people. But yeah, this is going to be a follow-up that clears up some of the lingering plot threads and everything, and also makes it clear that even though Superman is a good figure, new figure, he's starting his stuff much later in life with a very different upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, also Alan Davis still on artwork and writing, great artwork.
You talk. This is going to tell us the space war and everything, right?
Oh yeah, that opens up right away with it, actually.
Okay, because you told me there would be. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because basically, in the last book, there was a an impenetrable force field around the planet, so powerful that not even Adam Strange could teleport through it, killing him. Darkseid tried to plant an explosive on Earth to hide it away, but the force field caused it to detonate as soon as they hit it, backlashing onto Apocalypse. And because Big Barda and Mr. Miracle were there, he became assumed that this was a declaration of war and has gone nuts and paranoid. This war has gone so big that the Guardians of the Universe have stepped in finally. They felt New Genesis and Apocalypse were in a stalemate. It would never reach beyond the two planets. Now it's going to. So we have all the Green Lanterns there to try and help.
Yep. Talk about that shot. All the Green Lanterns and they're blasting.
Yep. They're trying to evacuate anyone off of New Genesis or any of the surrounding galaxy and planets and across the galaxy, doing all they can. Meanwhile, we're seeing Darkseid is torturing Mr. Miracle, trying to get answers that they clearly have none. Like I said, Darkseid's become paranoid after what happened, and for good reason, of course. He would never expected that force field to be there. They shouldn't have had the technology on Earth. So, but unfortunately, Scott is dead, seemingly.
Oh no!
And Big Barda is obviously upset, saying, "I'll kill you all." But so they're feeling like he's preparing for a weapon known as the Omega Doom.
Omega Doom.
Yep, and it turns out. Yep. Now the Guardians find out. At first, the Guardians were just going to do evacuations, but soon they see Parademons going to other planets, picking up bits of the tech similar to what was going to be put on Earth, and they soon realize we must go and confront Darkseid directly. And they even talk with Highfather from New Genesis to find out about this Doomsday weapon. So that's what leads to the big war, the big attack.
Look at that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I love these action shots where you just see all the beams flying everywhere. It's crazy.
Yep. And then we find out, turned out Scott, he actually jumped his consciousness into her mother box.
Oh.
So he did his greatest escape from his own dead body. Spirit is willing, but flesh is weak.
Hey, unfortunately, he's right.
Yep. But hey, he is the master escape artist, so kind of makes sense in this regard. And is it really cheating death if you jumped out right before your body died?
Well...
I mean, okay, let me rephrase that. He's not back from the dead. He is still dead, but now he's, well, a spirit inside technology.
He's become his own artificial intelligence, basically.
Basically. But yeah, Darkseid then uses this suit, which was designed to study something called the limbo cell, which we'll find about later. And
it's not powerful enough.
Oh yeah, and what does he do? Because he thinks one of these people is a traitor that was responsible. Of course, since Desaad worked on that suit, he obviously is not considered a traitor, so he's left aside, and he starts to absorb everyone.
Yikes!
All mine, all to feed my divinity. Now, who was not? Boom!
Sorry, I gotta do this. Unlimited power.
You're finished, Darkseid. Your army has fled. The war is over. Orion, arrogant pup. You think you could stop me? Nothing can stop me! I can attack and absorb any attack. So please, call for reinforcements and try. It will entertain me to watch your last futile struggle. So yeah, we've seen more of them fight. One lantern gets killed as the ring flies off. Things seem on escalating until Barda showed up. She was given the ring.
Aha!
Yep. And of course, I love it. Typical. You're really just a narcissist despot, Darkseid. You need an audience, but now it's just us. But it turns out she seemed to have fired her blast, but it turns out she was sending Scott to connect the suit to the Omega Doom, and because he threw the Green Lantern energy. And what does he do then? He ends up causing it to be where he absorbs the energy of the Omega Doom, which will eventually make him expand and expand. Fools, you are doomed without me. Only I could have saved the universe. As he's too big to even speak until he expands, until he implodes.
Yeah.
Talk about a way to take out Darkseid, huh?
That was a creative use with the ring to get Scotted.
Yep. But yeah, eventually evaporated into infinity.
Damn, wow.
You know that can happen if you expand so much, you eventually can't hold it anymore. But yeah, so we have the League meeting up and all that, and it basically showing that things are starting to get back on their side a bit. We're still at a point where it's still a tightrope still. It's better than it was, but it's not perfect.
Got it.
And then well, yeah, and basically they're realizing that this is connected to that force field, which they still don't know what was going on. But Kaladin's him like, if there is a threat on Earth, some danger we overlooked, it is possible. And the ceremony is, do I have to go? Yes. Now again, because of his upbringing in the Amish, farms, he's not used to public appearances, so he is pretty socially timid, as Aquaman puts it.
I see.
Yep. Of course, Flash got popcorn.
Hey, Lois grew her hair out.
Yep. A year ago today, he came to Earth to save us from alien domination. I was lucky to be at the scene, the only journalist and one of the only witnesses of that great battle, but that was just the beginning. Basically explain about, how things seem to get better. We see them dealing with Starro, dealing with Brainiac, things like that. And how powerful enough to dispense a tornado. He is Kal-El, the last son of Krypton. But we know him best by a name made popular by the countless beneficiaries of his compassion and heroism, Superman. Tonight, the world will honor. But now it's time to cut across to Victory Park, where Superman has just arrived. So he shows up there.
It's given the popcorn. I'm sorry.
I know. But yep, and it's Tom Kalmaku. From that's the guy that's Pie Face usually.
Oh, the Eskimo guy. Yeah.
Yep, he give him the award, and Superman's like, I thank you. I don't blame him. He's nervous. And can you blame him?
Well, yeah, I'd be if that was my first public speaking, then yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, thank you. I think I already went to the bathroom before this. Just picture the audience naked. Forget it. Why? There's a bunch of ugly guys out there.
Yeah, I love this though. Like, you made the trip back in 74 seconds. Is that possible? Yeah, for the fastest man alive. As he's saying that there must be some kind of time delay on the broadcast. Keep telling yourself that, Barry.
Hold on, folks.
All right. Just let it out, man. Let it out.
I apologize for that. Good thing I didn't throw up that time.
It's okay. But
excuse me.
But yeah, now Batman is still separate from the Justice League, like he said. And look at the new Batwoman outfit Selena's making.
Oh, hello.
Yep. Sorry, outfit. I'm just not in the mood for one of Vicky Vale's journalistic expose. I understand, Miss Selena. It is unfortunate that the time for celebration for Superman is the anniversary of deep sadness for you and Master Bruce. Yeah, same day.
Oh.
That was all in one day.
Gee, but that entire day.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, Batman still hasn't let go. He's gotten better, but he still hasn't let go. Meanwhile, we're seeing Vicky talk a bit more about what's Green Arrow, how he's still a member of the anti-hero movement. And we get a summary again about what happened during that fateful day, dealing with a bunch of the other villains. And hey, there's Starfire.
Wait, where?
Right there.
Up there.
Yeah, Dick was still Robin. Basically, this is a pick and choose of characters showing up, even if it doesn't fit the normal continuity.
I get the idea.
But yeah, basically, Green Arrow jumped in, going for it. Carter tried to talk him out of it, which led to him getting killed and Ollie getting maimed. Why do you torture yourself like this? The doctor said you must avoid stress and anxiety, Oliver. Miss Lance, you call her Black Canary when she's in costume, Guthrie. Throw her out. I'm afraid he's deteriorating. Hey, I pay you, nurse, not her. You can go, Guthrie. I'll sit with him for a while. No, Dinah, just go, please. Go and have an adventure with all your super friends. They're your friends too, if you let them be. I don't want anyone. I just want to be left alone, to die in peace. I won't ever leave you, Oliver, and I'm not going to let you die. We then find out now, turns out what I said before when Desaad mentioned the limbo cell, that's actually something that's going to deal with magic, big time. But they find out Metamorpho, turns out he ain't dead.
Oh, no.
No, he's fine, but there's other beings, some demons coming through. We then see, I love this. The Guardians are studying Barda, but I love this. There is, however, no evidence of an intrusion by New God technology. But we assumed you had already concluded that, because unless you were checking out my wife's sensational contours, this was all a ploy to keep it distracted while you scanned us. Well, he's not wrong.
Okay, this is a funnier book. I'll give it that.
I know, but he's not wrong, right?
No, not at all.
But you are correct. We acted badly. We believed ourselves near omnipotent and had forgotten what it is to fear the unknown, and an opponent whose power may exceed our own. Meanwhile, we're seeing, again, basically there's a whole bunch of random stuff all happening all at once. In this case, we have Evil Star and Sparrow teaming up. Superman and Martian Manhunter are there to stop them. We see Hal meeting up with Madame Xanadu and the Phantom Stranger. Well, first Madame Xanadu, then the Phantom Stranger shows up. They say no one can be permitted to interfere, especially the JLA. They can never accept that one of their ranks must die. Uh-oh. So in other words, they know something's going on, but won't tell them.
Oh, dear.
Oh, again, look at this.
I love the action of this book already.
Yep. But yeah, it turns out they're trying to get off of Earth. That's what they're trying to do. Now, one thing about this book is, though, even though Superman is as powerful as he is, this book does still downplay the fact that he's not needed to save all the world's problems.
Good. I hate when the books go crazy like that.
Yep. Now, for a moment here, you're thinking this is going to be a case where Power Girl's joining the bad guys. It's not what you think.
Oh, good.
Oh, but look at these ladies.
Improved.
And funny enough, Star Sapphire is the smallest bust of the three.
Well, Carol.
But yeah, we see, this is when we have the female Wildcat. We have Get Appeared by Ragman, Creeper, all that. They're basically wanting them to come and help out and look into about the stuff with Darkseid. I love Hawk and Dove argue with each other. But yeah, so Superman is, again, still trying to find his place in this world. He's so new to this. He's just trying
to... Interesting newer. It's a fresh take on Superman, I gotta say.
Yeah, one that's becoming...
When you do it later in life, instead of just raised by birth.
Right. And basically, Martian Man tells him to go for a week. Go find yourself. We then see Calabac survived, and he's trying to restart things.
Oh,
we then see that
Calabac is stubborn. I'll always say that. He's a very stubborn person. Or alien, I guess.
Yep, we find out that Doc Magnus has been studying Amazo's body when all of a sudden Black Orchid, Star Sapphire, and Power Girl show up to take the body.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I'll always take the gold and platinum. Ha! So, and they get away with them. And we see Hawkwoman flying around when Ozone being attacked, but saved by Zatanna. Ooh.
That's Zatanna.
Yep. But then we see Batman having a nightmare, repeating that same night again. And he wakes up. Bruce,
No.
Bruce, are you okay? Fine. Just checking the latest on Poison Ivy. You promised to come to bed hours ago. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I fell asleep. You can't keep pushing yourself. You must rest. You of all people know better than that, Selena. I chose this past years ago. And although the cost may have been high, too high, there's no going back. We then see Cal. He just goes by Cal. Cal is on the Kent farm, made up, and getting some of the advice he should have gotten a long time ago, of course.
Right.
Yeah, he insists I take a break. To mix with ordinary folks, he said. But your face is too well known. So for you to just saunter into town, you'll need a disguise. You see Wonder Woman checking in on Ollie and Dinah when Phantom Stranger shows up. And basically, you must not let your desire to show compassion for a fallen comrade divert you from your search for Darkseid's minions. My search brought me close to Oliver's home, and I sought to take a moment. A noble sentiment, but time is very short. Then Darkseid presents an immediate threat? That I cannot say. Cannot or will not. Every time you offer aid, it is clear you know far more than you're willing to tell. There are consequences I must consider. Consequences? I understand your irritation, Diana. I was mortal once. What are you now? By what authority do you have to interfere in the affairs of man? The only authority anyone can truly claim. My own conscience. Darkseid's greatest threat to Earth lies beneath the lone house of the shadow of Seacoast Point. Trust that I work for the good of man, Princess, no matter how it may appear. We then see, Lois is showing Hal some of the tech and everything when she's going off to go meet up with Cal. Not for a story, though. Yeah, turns out those two have gotten close in that past year.
I should have known.
Marta shows up to help deal with Calabac. Goes down pretty quickly as he's brought to New Genesis. Poison Ivy is doing a big attack.
Oh, boy.
And Batman and Batwoman ready to stop him.
That's a big cannon.
Yep, but then he gets an illusion.
Oh, no. The Vietnam flashback.
We see Aquaman's going underwater trying to find it, and he finds Slig, one of the other denizens from Apocalypse, who has the ability to mutate fish and sea life.
Great, just what I needed. More reason to not go to aquariums.
Right. Wonder Woman shows up to help out. He then tries to mutate himself. It kills him.
Bad idea.
Yep. They seem to be calling a trap. And we see Firestorm, who's with the League now, trying to help out. Again, they're trying to find this what's going on with Darkseid. And I love this. They're trying to give him a disguise, and
nice beard, by the way.
He looks like Grizzly Adams.
Well, you looking at Grizzly Adams?
Thank goodness you've arrived, Lois. I don't think anyone will be able to recognize Cal, but I think he looks a bit creepy. It's too obviously a disguise, Martha. As an undercover reporter, I've worn a few myself. Would you mind if I? No, please. You go right ahead, dear. Loose clothes will hide Cal's physique. Nothing eye-catching. Slight stoop here, and a stoop would help. Voila! The most important rule for a disguise: less is more. Do you really think this will fool anyone, Lois? So she in this universe helped with the Clark Kent disguise.
Do you really think the glasses are just going to hide me?
Oh, look, you all comb the hair back and everything. Yeah, she does look different.
Somewhat.
With the comb back hair, definitely.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. With the comb back hair is supposed to, the cowl-like and everything.
Yep, we see Flash and Adam. I like how Flash and Adam are the team here with Hawkman no longer around. Because it was usually Ant-Man and Hawkman.
Oh, I see. Ant-Man.
Not the Atom.
I think I was about to say wrong shrinky hero.
Yep, and the Crime Syndicate have shown up.
Here we go. I want his aircraft, by the way.
Owlman, yeah. But then Batman thinks Joker is there, and he's following after it. Meanwhile, then the fight leads to them landing nearby with the Doom Patrol. Everything seems to be going crazy, volatile. And then Star Sapphire, she like where did and Star Sapphire's group teleport out? Because now they're trying to find out what happened to Amazo. We see Clark is trying to adjust to everything, but he explains how this is so. Like the whole idea of he's been so used to ignoring people's cries for help that now that he's doing it, who does he help?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we then see more with Apocalypse, and they make it to what was the remains of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
He's still being haunted.
The old asylum's seen better days.
And then Deadman shows up.
Yikes.
Hey, he's a good guy.
Yeah, look at the way he bends. He's like it's like a contortionist.
Oh, he was an acrobat.
True.
But yeah, Hawkwoman is following Shadow Steve, who's getting away, but something evaporates him.
Oof.
And somehow Aquaman and Diana make their way back. It was dinosaurs. Uh-oh.
Where did they come from?
Space and time is doing the hokey pokey at the moment.
That's
why you're having people from Earth 3 showing up.
The hokey pokey says, folks.
Again, Diane. We're seeing Lois. I say Diane. Lois is still trying to help him get through this all, and then he's also worried of becoming like Jimmy.
Oof.
And when you see Calypso is there, ready.
Uh-oh.
We then see Magic is going crazy as there's a big battle of demons on top of the Spectre.
Whoa. How you like that shot?
Yep.
Okay, big finale.
Yep, the big finale. Yeah, it seems a bit more disjointed this time around, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's funny as hell.
Right.
Well.
Oh, look, Nixie!
I think maybe that's on purpose because of the whole magic going awry.
Yep. This is the other half of the last page, and look, Mixie. He's actually there to help. Everyone that's magical based, including fifth dimensional imps, are there trying to fight off whatever this is.
Yeah, I think the disjointedness probably fits around because, like you said, magic is going to take effect in the space-time continuum, as you said.
Yep. Uh-oh, these creatures are attacking Selena.
Oh, no.
And
they look like imps and gargoyles mixed in with gremlins.
Yep, and turn out Joker's been enhanced by demons.
Oh, no.
Oh, and because if you thought I was bad before, now I'm hell. Stretchy powers, spiky fists.
That's dangerous.
But yeah, so Aquaman and Diana, they meet up with Lad or Ultraman and Projectra, his wife in this world, from the Legion. They help him get into a time bubble to get out of get back home.
I see.
We're seeing more things from time being brought through. In this case, the Blackhawks and a bunch of Nazi war blimps.
Where I come from? Get the blimp, all the humanity.
Yep. We then see that Eclipso's ready to attack them, make an attack. But turns out Lois and the Kents can handle themselves fine.
Where did this come from?
Again, like I said, to make a point that Superman is not needed for everything. He's good at being the inspirational figure, but because of everything that's happened in this world, it's not like they rely on him.
Okay.
Basically, I think Alan Davis was trying to subvert the idea of now Superman's here, he could fix every problem.
Not Dave. One person can make a difference, but he can't fix everything all at once.
Yep. And they kiss. But yeah, it turns out the reason why they took Amazo's body was it's not what they thought.
Oh, what was it?
They were there and it turned out Dinah sent them.
Dude.
We'll find out a bit more later, but we find out that and Amazo in this world was actually based similarly off of Dassad's designs. Similar to that armor that Darkseid had used.
Right.
Turns out the thing that's attacking everything is this limbo cell that's absorbing magic. It absorbs things. It's a non-sentient, giant amoeba-like cell that's very dangerous.
Oh, I get it now.
Oh, but look, we see then, Batman is fighting off the Joker when all of a sudden then with a little help from Dr. Fate is banishing them all.
Oh. Yeah,
Yep.
look at that shot.
Yep, but Batman's ready to go right in with with Joker to make sure he never harms anyone again.
Bats, be careful about that.
Right. Then but basically Batman's side of the story is its own separate thing. But yeah, the crime syndicate are trying to take over the satellite, but they're able to get out of there. Like I said, everything's just collapsing.
Hey, Marvel.
Yep, but other worlds are basically the multiverse is being affected by this.
Why am I not surprised?
Look at all this: Jonah Hex, and the Blackhawks. So many things going down. It's basically this is like a mini crisis going on, thanks to the limbo cell.
This is crazy.
Yep, and it turns out it's going through it all, and there it is, the limbo cell. It whatever its origin, it somehow evolved to absorb all the diversity of existence in its own dimensional plane. Life force first, then the entire spectrum of energy forms, and finally even matter. Now it's begun to violate the fabric of subspace, leaching into other realities.
Oh, that explains it. I think.
So yeah, basically, if you go to enter into, it's constantly expanding. If you enter into it, you're going to be drained and killed. Even Scott tries to do it. He nearly dies, but he's able to get back in the ring in time. But they do have an explosive that can stop it. Meanwhile, we're finding out that what do they do? And they something's going on back where Oliver is. All of a sudden, a Mazo flies out from Ollie's room.
Uh-oh.
And it turns out Dr. Chandler, that was the Doom Patrol's leader, he put Green Arrow Ollie's brain in a Mazo. This is what Dinah wanted to do to help him.
I see.
And who better in putting a brain into a robot than the man who did it for Robot Man?
Right.
But yeah, Superman tries to throw the explosive in, but it's not working. It's not like even someone of his power can't do it. And then Ollie, as a Mazo, flies in, gets him out of there, and then absorbs some of the energy from the limbo cell and puts it right back into Cal to rejuvenate him and save him. And it turns out the longer he's in that body, it becomes more like him.
I noticed that by the goatee.
Yep, it is me. Is it really you in there, Oliver? Yeah. Sorry I knocked you aside at the house, Hal. When I woke, I had this sense and awareness of everything. I knew what was going on here, and I knew Superman was in mortal danger. My coordinates was a bit off at first, and this voice is strange, but I feel good. Better every second. More in grade. Like I'm not just in here, but this is me. But yeah, it's basically based off of the New God technology. But turns out, though, Phantom Stranger was doing all of this. You think to help, but in actuality, when he said if someone has to die, that's going to be Ollie. He's the only one that can go in there.
I had a feeling he was going to be the one to sacrifice himself.
Of course, Dinah naturally punches him, obviously.
Don't.
It's like, you manipulated all of this. I know it. The plan was yours, Dinah Lance. I assisted you in various guises because it was important that you succeed. But the final decision belongs to Oliver Queen. There's no choice. I'm needed, and I can do it, But no time to argue, Dinah. If I don't act quickly, the damage that thing is causing will be irreversible. Oh, Oliver, I should never have. I'm glad you did, lover. I was as good as dead. You gave me a chance to do something truly wonderful. Thank you for everything. Shayera, the day Hawkman died, I was responsible. I broke rank during the battle. I was grandstanding, trying to prove myself the equal of the more powerful JLA. I paid the price for my stupid arrogance, but so did Carter. Can you forgive me? I do, as would Carter. He was proud to call you a comrade and friend. Oliver, I know, buddy. So much to say, so little time, but eat less than you think. Even Zatanna's spell can't obscure what is occurring now. The fabric of reality is about to go terminal. With Elastigirl's abilities, because remember, Mazo absorbs abilities. He's able to absorb as many as he can to be helpful, so he makes himself giant. And then he takes some of the metal nearby to make a giant bow and arrow. Meanwhile, Batman and Joker are still fighting it. Again, Batman, you hurt me again, but you can't kill me. Not this time, and I'm not going to let you die. I know that's what you want, to die, to stop the pain. You can't bear the memory of your scrawny sight gets peeled like grapes. Ugh, you'll never hurt anyone again, monster. To make sure of that, I'll happily follow you into hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ollie makes his way in there as he remembers everything. He's trying to hold on to all of it as he made the circuit, they're leeching power from it, but it's still not enough. So he starts to, he remembers everything as he puts it all together, and his last thought, it's Dinah, as he shoots the bomb in there, taking out the limbo cell. What? No, you, Batman. He's alive. So basically, they helped him. Robin and Batgirl's ghosts help him and get him back. And everything has been stopped. The limbo cell is completely vaporized. Darkseid's already knew how to build a nasty weapon. But yes, things are going to move on forward now. And of course, Flash shows up, ready to warn him. Too late. It's already dealt with. We know, but it's over. The multiverse is already recovering. And basically, I acted to ease the suffering of a tortured soul. The fate of the multiverse was in the hands of Oliver Queen. We only have your word for that, stranger. And what about your conscience? Is it still clear? Answer me! Gone. Curse him and his half-truths and manipulations. But yeah, basically, Batman feels it's the truth. I've been humbled today. Twice. So you won't be trying to save the world single-handedly anymore. So that's what he was trying to do. He started taking it upon himself too much. But now Batman, he's finally let go.
Good.
And he's ready to rejoin the JLA. And that's it. That's the end. Almost all loose ends tied up. What did you think of that one?
Well, it was funnier. But I like the approach they took with Soups. In terms of this one.
And Batman, what a roller coaster.
Yeah, dang, I'll say. Jeez, literally following him into hell.
Yeah, but like I said, the story, it's disjointed. It's not as good as the first one, in my opinion. This is not as good as the first one because the first one felt more consistent. It felt like this is more of a case of Alan Davis just wanted to throw whatever he wanted into it and then came up with a reason by the end.
And, well, like, take this. Well, I blame it on the magic screwing around with the space-time continuum.
The limbo cell, yeah.
So the disjointedness made sense.
That's true, and it did, but it felt like that, but that came about right towards the very end. They mentioned the limbo cell early on.
No, I get what you're saying, but the focus here was more... I think the other one was more plot-based. This one is somewhat more character-based, I guess.
Somewhat more character-based and throw everything in the kitchen sink in base. It felt like he wanted to throw everything he didn't in the first one.
Like one, which I get. I mean, we saw the dark side and the Green Lantern War, at least.
Right. But so for both books, where do you stand in this whole story?
I'd give it a solid A minus.
Definitely.
Minus. There's still some flaws, but not enough to. But it's like but I give it but if I graded it, it would be a 91.
Definitely.
Take one. You definitely. You can look past it and see it's pretty good. Both sides both of them complement each other. They're like
it definitely tells one big story. It does.
Yeah, they're like brother and sister.
Yep, definitely. Especially because you had to resolve that dark side thing. It's like you don't set it up and then tell us, "Oh, you should have seen this. Wasn't it incredible?" It's like, "Oh, cock tease."
Right. I definitely want to read it more since you did breeze through it, but the artwork, it works.
Oh yeah.
It's a visual spectacle, absolutely.
I
loved a lot of the shots of just everybody getting together and fighting.
Definitely. And the ladies.
And the ladies, yes.
He's incredible with the ladies. Wait till you see if we ever do Fantastic Four at the end, how he handles Sue.
I can't think of
or She-Hulk.
I can't think of one person that does Sue bad. Well, maybe recent stuff, but that's
some reason. Not all of them.
She-Hulk, I know, has had at least one bad artist.
A few, yeah, especially that one that took her monster form and it looked like it's like what the?
What the hell am I looking at?
Exactly, but poor Batman just got the worst of it in this whole thing, didn't he?
Batman always gets the worst of it. He's Batman.
But at least what Joe does, Selena's arc overall felt like, again, it felt natural to a degree, but it felt once she became Batwoman, especially in the second book, it just felt like she was just the girl.
Wow.
Like she was just filling the void for Batgirl and Robin in the second one, it felt like.
Almost out of necessity.
Right, definitely.
It's one of those things where you're joined together not by ideology, but of necessity.
Exactly.
I remember somebody saying that on television once, and that kind of fits here.
Right, but yeah, but seriously, just to see what the Joker did in the first one and up to here, just like, damn, this
I knew he was psycho. I didn't know he was the devil himself.
this is right up there with what he did to Superman in Injustice.
Oh yeah.
Right up there was that where he said, "I want my pound of flesh and everything." But
Yeah.
but Superman's arc was the most intriguing part, just seeing him go from wanting to take everything single-handedly and then being humble, told, "No, you don't need to. You people can handle it without you.
Yeah.
We need you as a symbol." Yes. I think this is meant to show that Superman is better as a symbol than thinking I can handle all the world's problems.
Right. I mean,
Which was a natural, yeah,
otherwise, what's the point of the league?
exactly. And I mean, of course, people have made the joke up if you have Superman and Supergirl in the league, you don't need anyone else.
Very funny, guys.
No, I get what they're saying when they say that.
This is why you don't keep their powers at a minimum.
Right. But Power Girl felt the purple. Like they could put anyone in her place.
Maybe.
Yeah, but overall, I agree with you. Good rating. This felt like such a great, and again, that just all came from the Kent's getting a nail, a flat with a nail. Like I said, look at the whole speech, the whole poem. Because of one nail, led to something so catastrophic. Even this limbo cell was probably a side effect of it.
Right.
It's like, wow. But also, one other thing, Ollie. I thought they resolved him beautifully.
A chance at redemption.
Definitely. And you can see now why he was so mad, because it was his fault.
Right.
He grandstanded.
Right. And honestly, him growing giant and making a big bow and arrow, how cool is that?
Yep. But the fact his last thoughts was Dinah. Even trying to think her name one more time was like, die.
Yeah, not a ton of romance, but the ones that are makes it all but that makes the ones that the romantic moments all the more poignant.
And Lois.
Yeah, and Lois and what I'm saying, and earlier when it's like you can't when with Selena.
Catwoman, Selena, yeah.
Sorry, my mind's blanking.
No, I know. In the last one, but in this one too.
Yeah, I meant in the last one. Yeah.
Right. I know. Those are the three romances. Lois and Super and Cal. He's not Clark. We never got what his Amish name was.
That's a good question. Well, what is
it? I don't think it was important.
Probably. No.
Bruce and Selena and Ollie and Dinah.
Right.
Which seem to have been the main love interest when you see couples of the Silver Age. Well, maybe not Selena and Batman as much, but
as much. No, I would.
But the other two definitely.
I would say Green Lantern and Carol got more.
Well, no. Once she became Star Sapphire, she was more the villain than the love interest.
Yes, at that point, yeah. But then it came back. So.
Right. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me for these two, Eric. It was a blast, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
I'm glad. Well, thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Guys later.